And you for me. Can't you see how happy we would be?
You could raise a family, a boy like us, a girl like me.
Can't you see how happy we would be?
Rabbits. They need cleaning out. Well, come on then. Whose exactly are they? One of you must be in charge of the rabbits. Georgia? No, you'd never be in charge of anything. Philip, are they yours? Are they his? Jake, I saw you giving them a lettuce leaf yesterday. They're yours, aren't they?
The hamster's mine.
So whose are the rabbits? One of you must be responsible for cleaning them out. Who is it? Right. No one leaves this table until I find out. I have got all the time in the world. Anyone ready to own up?
Terrible smell outside that back door.
It's rabbits.
Yes, that's what I thought, so I changed their bedding. I don't think it's that. I think it's the drains.
Andrew, stop whistling. Andrew,
What?
please don't undermine me in front of the children.
What are you talking about?
I am trying to get them to take responsibility for the rabbits.
I didn't know that.
Exactly, but you just storm in
No, I didn't storm.
and calmly announce that you have changed their bedding.
I have.
When I wanted one of them to do it, it is their responsibility to clean out the rabbits, not yours.
Yes, well, I'm not taking a turn at the rabbit rotor. No, I'm just trying to find the smell. And what does it matter? It's done now.
It matters to me. They need discipline. They need to know where the line is drawn. Let them get away with not cleaning the rabbits today, and tomorrow it could be...
A revolution.
This is important. I am trying to be firm, and you're just barging about, messing things up. You have not got time to read the newspaper.
Then I'm going to make time.
There are things to do.
And I will do them. Just give me 5 minutes.
Oh, I see. So you just sit there while I do everything, do you?
In the brief time that I've been upright, I've cleaned out the rabbits, I've tried to unblock the drains, I've repaired the corner of the fence, and I've explained to Jake what holds the sky up. I think I'm entitled to a quick whiz through the headline.
You see me sitting down.
Well, I think you should pace yourself. All this fuming and prowling can take it out of you.
Then it's a good job I've got so much stamina,
Yes,
isn't it?
well, you're an example, too, as
Because
well.
I am not getting much sleep with your snoring. I got used to sleeping on my own. I still would be if that lot hadn't moved in and forced us back under the matrimonial duvet.
There was a time when you couldn't wait to be forced under the matrimonial duvet.
Do you think it's a punishment?
What?
Being such rotten parents to Graham, do you think having to look after their children is a kind of way of making us pay for it?
Maggie, you've just got to be more relaxed. Yes, they are hard work, but they are our grandchildren. And I feel we'll all get on a lot better if there's a bit less discipline and a bit more fun.
Fun, you say?
I think so.
Right. Who wants to go out and have fun with Grandad?
It's over there where you play.
Wow, what's wrong with here?
It says, keep off the grass.
Don't worry about that.
You'll get into trouble.
Rules are made to be ignored. Come on, come on. Right, let's have some fun. Jake? Nothing gets past these hands. Now, what do you use to go? Perfect.
Very nice, but were they?
No.
What's a pillock?
Swings. You like to go on swings?
There's a roundabout.
Howdy, partner. Is this here the Deadwood stage that just come thundering over the hill? Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo-wo, goes riding in the sky. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo-wo, goes riders in the sky.
Is this gentleman with you?
Morning, Liz.
Morning.
You want to lift?
I'm going to Mr. and Mrs. Prentice.
So am I.
Haven't you finished that damp-proofing yet?
You can't rush these things, you know. Besides, I keep getting distracted. You've got a wonderful way with that squeegee mop.
There are other things I can do with it.
Hop in, then.
Is there?
I thought we might take the scenic route. So it's a no, then. Cool, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on that. The hedge could do with a trim. Oh, all right, I'll come upstairs with you, but please be gentle with me. What time do you finish tonight, then?
When I finish.
Liz, you're playing very hard to get.
I'm not playing anything. Excuse me, I need to empty the bin.
It's the van, isn't it? You don't want to be taken out in a van.
If it's yours, no, I don't.
Well, I understand. Let me assure you that when I take a girl out, I take her out in my other car, a Porsche Carrera.
A Porsche?
I've customised it to look like a Vauxhall Astra. Deters the thieves.
I imagine it would.
So, shall we say 8 o'clock?
For what?
I'll be at your place.
Perfect.
Great.
I'll be at my mother's.
Right, I've got Tom to look at the drains.
Thanks, Rosie.
Hang on, just a moment, Georgia.
Why? Are we going to have a third degree over who cleans out the goldfish now?
No, just going to make some plans for the day.
Make them then. I'll be in the kitchen.
Georgia, stay here. Please. Thank you. Now, there's only a couple more days left of school holidays. You'd probably like to go out somewhere. Well, what sort of things did you used to do when your mum and dad were...
Alive?
I was going to say when they weren't saving the planet.
Mum took us to a recycling plant once.
Yes, I imagine she did.
And Dad used to take us on nature trails. We were mapping out the area within a 5-mile radius of home and cataloguing the wildlife.
Well, you jolly good. I was thinking more of a trip to Tesco's.
A supermarket.
Yes, I thought you could come with me and tell me what food you like.
Just don't buy any meat.
I am not just shopping for you. There are other people in this house, you know.
Yes, but I'm the only one with principles.
Oh, and charm. Don't forget charm.
Mum wouldn't let us go in supermarkets.
Oh, please. Why not? Did you think she'd get polluted by the CFCs from the fridges?
Yes. She said it was important to support the small shopkeeper. And supermarkets attract the greedy, indiscriminate shopper who overbuys and barely understands the concept of e-additives.
One domestic science diploma and she became the shopping police.
She just didn't want us eating any old rubbish, that's all.
Well, here you eat what's put in front of you or you go hungry.
You've got your caring hat on today, then?
Look, there is nothing wrong with the food in this house.
Oh, really? Have you got anything organic in this house?
Yes. And any minute now, I'm going to pour myself a glass of it. Yes. And any minute now, I'm going to pour myself a glass of it. Please, don't lurk, Philip. I almost smudged my lip line.
Will you buy spam when you go to the supermarket?
If it's on display, I'm certainly not going to ask for spam.
Why are you putting makeup on? You're only going shopping.
It's not something you'd understand.
I know about makeup.
Do you?
Mum never wore makeup. She said it was false.
There's nothing wrong with helping nature. Your mother never wore a decent support bra, as far as I'm aware, and that was a great mistake.
She looked all right.
Yes, of course she did. Of course she looked all right. She looked very natural.
She only put vegetable extracts on her skin.
I sensed that.
There's crushed animal bones in this.
In face powder?
Do you think there's at least half a cow in here?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
And that lipstick probably contains fish scales. They use fish scales when they make lipstick. It's what makes it shiny.
Oh, you know that, do you?
Yes. That's turtle or whale blubber.
Look, I always check the ingredients of my cosmetics, and I'm absolutely certain there was no mention of turtles, or indeed whales.
They don't tell you. Most cosmetics are tested on animals or made from animals.
Philip,
Yes?
have you decided what you'll be when you leave school?
No, why?
I think perhaps a merchant of doom would be a possibility.
You thought once I finished that damp patch it was goodbye forever.
What are you talking about?
We may have an extended courtship after all. Mrs. Prentice has asked me to look at the drains. Fortunately, I'm fully equipped.
Take those and yourself outside. I've just done this floor.
And very attractively too, if I may say so.
You may not.
Fate has thrown us together.
Not until you've washed your hands.
Liz.
I don't like flashy men.
Flashy? Who's flashy?
You've got a lot of girlfriends.
I don't encourage them. They pester me.
They did a telephone poll on the afternoon show yesterday. What attracts you to a man?
And you thought of me?
The top 2 answers were self-confidence and a nice bottom. But for me, it's steadiness.
I'm steady. Look at that.
I don't think you're very reliable emotionally.
You've been hurt, haven't you?
I just don't want to repeat past mistakes.
Was it the father of your little girl?
I'm not in the habit of discussing my emotional history with strangers. Unless it's a phone-in.
Liz, just give me a chance.
Do what?
This for a start.
Do you want a coffee? What are you seeing her? She's just a cleaner.
Philip! I need a hand!
I did not have a lovely time.
Oh, what did you do?
We played football.
Did you?
And went on the swings.
Gosh.
And Grandad got arrested.
Can't you do that somewhere else?
This is somewhere else. Gran won't let me do it in the kitchen.
I bet she won't. Did you stand in there with that thing?
Yes.
Put me up.
He's got to practice somewhere.
Well, not 8 inches from a sleeping grandparent. Can't he do it in the garden?
It's raining.
Maggie, you know I always have a nap at this time.
Oh, I thought you'd given up naps in favour of having fun with your grandchildren.
My body decided otherwise.
I imagine getting arrested can be rather exhausting.
I did not get arrested. Some woman just asked Jake if he was with me,
And
and...
Jake denied it.
Oh, we soon sorted it out.
Jake told me you had to go to the park keeper's hut and leave your name and address.
Fine, yes.
Oh, if you're going upstairs, will you take that?
Oh, in a moment. I need to recover. Being suddenly awoken by a wind instrument can play havoc with your metabolism.
He's rather good, isn't he?
He sounds like a flatulent Labrador.
I'm glad he's taking an interest in something at last.
Pity it's that.
You are in a rotten mood. Oh, did the park keeper confiscate your football?
Yes. Shut up!
Sorry. I'm just taking your advice. Lighten up and have fun, you said.
I was wrong. They need discipline and a
Well,
firm
make up
head.
your mind.
Well, we are, after all, their parents, aren't we?
Don't remind me.
Right, I'll go in.
About what?
Well, about his attitude, his lack of consideration.
Has he said anything to you?
Well, he hasn't said sorry.
No, not about the saxophone, about what's happened.
No.
So what are you going to have a word with him about?
Well, first, I'm going to tell him to shut up.
Yeah. Go easy. He's very withdrawn.
Not at the moment, he isn't.
Well, can't you ask him if he wants to talk about his parents?
Not what I had in mind.
Yeah, well, I think you ought to start there and then, work up to the full-scale row, which is obviously what you want.
Who says so?
I can tell when you want to pick a fight with someone. Just don't take it out on Philip.
Trust me, all right? Typical.
What? Is this your chair or something?
It is, as a matter of fact.
Can't even sit where I want in this
No,
house.
Sit down, sit down. I don't really mind. Much. So, you feeling okay?
No.
You settling in all right?
No.
Sometimes it helps just to talk about the people you've lost, you know. Memories, funny things you did together. Are there any special things you remember about your parents?
They didn't like you, or Gran.
Everything all right?
Fine, yes, we're having a little talk. Families fall out, it happens. And I'm as sorry as you are that we didn't get along with your mother and father.
They called you a good time Charlie. What does that mean?
Well, it's all water under the bridge now.
Mum said Gran was a scarlet woman.
Well, it's better than being a grey one.
My father died when I was young, you know.
How old were you? My age.
Bit older.
How old?
27. But it doesn't matter how old you are. It's a terrible thing to lose your parents, and it's especially hard when you still need them so much. Now, your grandmother and I realise we can never take their place, but we'll try very hard to be there for you when you need us. And although you don't like to talk about your feelings very much, it's important not to bottle things up, but to come and speak to us if there's something worrying you or upsetting you. Is there anything on your mind you'd like to ask me about?
Can I give up the saxophone?
Of course you can.
I want to learn the drums.
Shut up. I'm not doing anything. Yes, but you will be any minute. What are you reading? Parks and Recreation Department Rules and Regulations.
I'm going to be a park keeper when I grow up.
Urban landscape disturbs the natural habitat of local wildlife.
Park keepers have a hut with a kettle in it.
And that influenced your choice of careers, did it?
And they play on the swings when it's closed, I should think.
I can't believe we're blood relatives.
Why do we have to have a sister?
She came first.
Yes, I know, but why do we have to have a sister? Why not a brother?
It's to do with the chromosomes.
Is it?
Chromosomes carry genetic information. She has different chromosomes from us.
Is that why she's so horrible?
I'll be off then, Mrs. Princess.
Right, thanks, Liz.
Anything else I can do?
No thanks.
They're quite a handful, aren't they? Kids.
There's certainly that.
I remember when my Laura was born. I thought I'd never have a minute to myself again.
And you didn't.
Somehow you manage.
I hope so. Bye.
They're all different, aren't they?
Have they been giving you a hard time?
Oh, no. It's just that,
Well, George is very...
George is very everything.
She's probably at a difficult age.
Oh, no. I think she'll always be argumentative, stubborn and selfish.
She reminds me very much of... You shouldn't be too hard on her.
Me? She's the one who spits razor blades every time she opens her mouth.
I know she can be forthright, but underneath she's still a frightened little girl.
Andrew thinks I'm too hard on them. Lighten up and have fun, he says, but they make me so cross.
Well, diffuse potentially explosive situations with humour and a smile. Daily Mirror anti-stress supplement.
You think I should try that?
I'm sure it'll work.
Very well. I've started already.
Good. I think George is in love.
What? Who with? Who is he? Have you seen him?
It's Tom. I think she's got a crush on him.
Tom, the builder?
Yes.
Oh, why?
He's not too bad, really.
Seems pretty unattractive to me.
Well, you're not 13.
Neither are you.
Oh, he's not my type. Besides, he's Sagittarius. I phoned the Star Line and they said I'd never be comfortable with Sagittarians.
So you were keen enough to check on his horoscope?
Oh, well, it was a general query on the month ahead, so I'd know what to expect.
I see. Does, Tom know George has got a crush on him?
I think he sensed it. Perhaps you could have a little word with her.
And say what?
Just let her know you understand.
But I don't. Oh, why don't you have a word with her, Liz?
She doesn't like me very much at the moment.
She doesn't like me either.
Perhaps it might give you an opportunity to relate to each other.
Might it?
If she senses you're sympathetic.
Will she be able to sense that?
It's moments like that which can change a relationship and create a new climate of understanding.
Oprah said, did she?
Claire Rayner.
Oh. Georgia?
Oh, please, come in.
Liz says you got a crush on Tom.
She said what?
He's too old for you, so forget it, okay?
Don't get a job psychiatrist.
And clean up this room, would you?
I thought you had a cleaner for that.
You've been smoking.
Why? You cured it as well?
You have, haven't you? What is this?
Is that a trick question?
So, where are the rest of them?
How do you know there's any more?
Oh, so you've smoked the whole packet, have you?
No, but I'm thinking about it.
It is illegal for you to buy cigarettes.
I know. And you won't have me smoking in the house.
No, I won't.
It's bad for me.
It is.
It makes your breath smell.
It does.
And besides, I'm too young.
You are.
Right, you've done your lecture. Close the door behind you.
Georgia, I'm sure your mother wouldn't have wanted you to smoke.
Well, she wouldn't have wanted me to live with you either, but she doesn't have much to say anymore, does she?
Oh, look. I know how hard it is for you at the moment, but I am here for you in case you feel you need to relate to someone who...
Are you trying to be sympathetic?
I am being sympathetic, damn it.
You're not very convincing.
Fine, right, I have tried.
When?
Look, this isn't easy for me either, you know.
Oh, I need a cigarette.
I've never been very good with children.
That's obvious.
You see, I never really wanted a baby in the first place. Your father was a mistake.
Oh, I think you made that pretty clear to him.
I wasn't cut out to be a mother.
Or a grandmother.
What do you think you're doing?
Exactly what you're doing.
I don't smoke. I've given up.
Oh, yeah?
And I never want to see you smoking again.
I've enjoyed our little talk.
Maggie, what was the name of the second man on the moon? Jake wants to know.
Buzz Aldrin.
Thank you.
Right, I'm on. You're smoking.
Am I?
Are those my cigarettes?
You haven't got any cigarettes, remember?
Because you stole them.
I confiscated them for your own good.
For your own good, it looks like. You said you'd given up.
I have. I just had one last one to remind myself what a filthy, disgusting habit it is. And now I'm going to put it up. Oof, horrible. I'm glad I don't smoke anymore.
You're not setting me a very good example.
I don't want to be a role model. I just want to get on with my own life.
Without getting caught?
With no one looking up to me.
Well, they don't, believe me.
Good.
Right, goodbye.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving.
Leaving?
Running away from home in Enid Blyton language. Not that it's home.
Why?
Why? What do you think? I hate it here. You don't want me, and Tom thinks I'm a stupid kid.
But you are a stupid kid.
Wait, well, I'm going to be a stupid kid somewhere else, okay?
Where are you going?
I've got friends. Anyway, what do you care?
Well, of course I care.
You don't. Come on, it's a nightmare for you. 3 kids messing up your life.
I admit this whole situation is extremely inconvenient.
I didn't choose to come here.
But I am doing my best.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. All right, I am not your mother. I don't bake my own bread, recycle every damn bit of paper that comes into this house, and I certainly don't have the dress sense of a colourblind hippie. Sorry.
I know you didn't like her.
She didn't like me.
I know you called her Bootface.
Did you?
And she called you the Tart.
I thought she called me the Scarlet Woman.
That as well. And now I know why.
Oh, Georgia, don't go.
Why? Will you miss me? I don't think so.
Georgia, please.
You don't love me, do you?
I want you to stay. Really.
Give me one good reason.
Because I got a freezer full of vegetarian meals for one.
Maggie,
I am absolutely whacked.
join the club.
Everyone says the best thing about being a grandparent is that you can send the kids home at the end of the day.
We can't.
Exactly. Rotten, isn't it? I just stopped Georgia leaving home. Why did I do that? There's nothing I'd like better than for Georgia to leave home. I should have just let her push off.
No, you shouldn't. She's your granddaughter.
Do you know what she said to me? She said, "You don't love me, do you?" I only met her a couple of days ago. I hardly know her. These things take time.
And energy. Philip wants to take up the drums.
Oh, I hope you told him he couldn't.
No, I didn't want another confrontation. I tried to be firm, but I couldn't.
You tried to be fun with Jake, and he thought you were balmy.
Thank you.
I tried a bit of each with Georgia. She rang rings round me.
So what's the answer?
What's the time?
It's almost lunchtime.
That late.
Mum and Dad sometimes went to bed in the middle of the day,
How interesting.
but they didn't have any clothes on.
Perhaps they were hot.
No, it's called sex.
Don't even think about it.